The next story is that of longtime Mason Doug Jackson. After sharing a lifetime of happy memories, Doug's wife Pat was struck with debilitating Parkinson's disease. Faced with growing physical and financial challenges, Doug and his wife eventually chose to move to Masonic Pathways. Here is Doug's story.
Well, to begin with, in the 6th grade, Patsy Cousin was her name, and she came to United Oak School, which was my school. And she was a good-looking young lady, and, you know, we were just kids. But I was very interested in her. I enlisted in the Air Corps, and I got into the pilot cadet training, the cadet program. When I got out of service, I told my mother I wouldn't get married for a year or two, and 6 months later, Pat and I were married, and we lived in Detroit then. We had a gas station that my dad had. While in the gas station, I took one of my father's friends to lunch at the local bar, and we got talking about Lodge, and he brought me in a petition the next day, and he brought my brother a petition. So my brother and I signed the petition. We joined Lodge together. I went in Lodge in '51, and I was very active in Lodge the rest of my life. Eventually, Pat came down with Parkinson's. We had a sizable estate, but it gradually disappeared with Pat's expense and medications mainly. The social worker knew of my financial situation. I thought we'd never run out of money, but living in these homes for $5,000 a month private, he said, "You're going to run out of money." And he said, "You got to go somewhere." And the next time he called, I said, "I'm going to Lodge." And he said, "What Lodge?" And I said, "Masonic Lodge." He said, "You're a Mason?" And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "They have the best facility in the state." We moved up there. Pat was in a separate unit. I had my own room. And they took excellent care of Pat right up until the end. These two nurses that looked after her, I didn't do much in the room. We held hands and this, that, and the other thing. And this one nurse said, "Doug, you need to come to the room and, excuse me, get a little emotional. You need to come to the room, climb in bed with her, and tell her you love her, and tell her it's all right just to give it up, just to let it go. She's a fighter, she's going to hang on." So I did that, and I whispered in her ear 5 or 6 times, "I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you." And she hadn't spoken in 2 months, and she said, "I love you too." And that's the last I heard, and that was the end. And she died that night. When it was all said and done, the kids said, "Well, you're going to move back to Ann Arbor or Livonia. You'll be close to Whitechapel. You'll be close to your football." And I said, "No, I found a home right here. This is my home." I've been a Mason for almost 60 years. I never dreamed that I would ever need a facility such as the Masonic Home, or Pathways as we call it today. I understand there's a big percentage of us that are on Masonic aid. I think that's what they call it. And without it, you know, we wouldn't be anywhere. It's a wonderful place to be. I love it and I appreciate what they do. There is love there.